It is Sunday, it is Studio Sunday. I am in Las Vegas. It was a really hot day today. I spent the day paddleboarding, and now, as a treat, I am going to show you my last football player Keytar. This is the Casio CZ-1000. It's from 1985. One thing you need to know about 80s Keytars. You're gonna need batteries, dude. This guy takes 6 D batteries. Not B batteries, not C batteries, D batteries. If you want to run around stage with this guy, 6 D batteries. Now the cool thing about the Casio CZ-1000 and the CZ series is this is Casio's take on FM synthesis. This was Casio's take on that. They didn't have the copyright on FM synthesis. I believe that's all Yamaha. So Casio made something, their own version of it, called phase distortion. In layman's terms, which is the terms that I understand the best when it comes to sound design. Phase distortion, they're giving you a sine wave or a cosine wave, and you're using distortion to change it, to basically manipulate the sound to make it work like FM synthesis, except with the algorithms. It's all digital, it's all very controllable, and it's all not as complicated as it sounds. I'm gonna bring you through the presets, and I'm gonna bring you through the internal sounds on this guy, and then I'm gonna talk about the editing. The editing is a little bit different than your normal analog synthesizer. Or digital analog synthesizer. The editing is a little bit more complicated. There's more steps. But let's start with the basics. I'm gonna go through the presets. You've got 16 presets. You've got 16 internals. I was not gonna do this video because I recently realized that I couldn't return this to the factory presets. I returned them to the factory presets yesterday. So let's see how this goes. Preset number 1, we've got brass ensemble. Preset number 2, trumpet. Not bad. Violin, preset number 3. String ensemble. Electric piano. Electric organ. Flute. Really cool bass, which you could totally tell is so 80s. That's number 8. Let's see. I'm gonna switch down to 9, which is percussion. We have more. We have vibraphone. Xylophone. Kind of sounds like bubbles, doesn't it? Synth strings number 2. Very 80s, very fat, very smooth. Fairy tale. Fairy tale. Accordion. whistle. And more percussion. Now that's all your presets. Now they have factory internal sounds. Now keep in mind, all of these sounds are programmable. You could change all of them, and you could do it in a really funky way, and I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna run through these internal 16 sounds really fast though, and name them out. Fantastic piano. Yeah, it's fantastic. There's the fantastic piano. Brass ensemble. We have synth glockenspiel, synth glock. More strings. Harmonica. More xylophone. Ooh, that's pretty. Fantastic sound. Ooh, more fat bass. Let's see. We are at funky clav. Soft organ. Carillon. Southern wing. Ooh, that's funky, man. That's so 80s, dude. Ooh, 80s. Ooh, what is this? Number 13. More synth strings. Strong synth strings. Ooh. Synth blocks. I am dying to go to a drum circle with the keyboard. Ooh. And steel drums. Okay. Basic sounds. You gotta start off with basic sounds. Everybody starts off with basic sounds. Now, the cool thing that you really want when you get a synthesizer, especially if it's a classic synthesizer, you want to be able to edit your sound. You want to be able to change the sound, no matter if it's a violin sound, no matter if it's a string sound, no matter if it's a synth bass sound. You want to be able to manipulate that sound to sound like whatever you specifically want for that song. Let's see, let me pick something really simple, like a synth bass, and we're gonna go into the editing. Now, the funny thing about this synthesizer is that when you're working with the sound envelope of any synthesizer, you've got 4 basic parts. You've got the attack, you've got the you've got your attack, you've got your cutoff, you've got your resonance, you've got your release. Basically 4 basic steps on your envelope editing. With this one, you've got like 6 different envelopes, you got 8 different steps. I'm gonna go through that too with you, okay? Okay. Let's see, we've got a simple synth bass right here. Now you can go into each and every sound and edit them out by changing the waveform of each sound. This is the original sound. Now I'm going to go to DCO1. We're going to hit waveform. It's going to show us two different waveforms, one the first waveform and a second waveform. You could change those, and every time you hit it, it will change the sound. Ooh, I like that. That's a bass. All right, let's hit cursor. It will go to the second. You can change the waveform yet again for two waveforms. Keep in mind this is for DCO1. I want something crunchier. I like that. Now you can go to the envelope and of course edit the envelope, but the funny thing about editing the envelopes on this is you usually have the 4 steps. This one you have 8 steps, dude. Okay. Now you guys can't see it over there, but they could see it over here. When you are editing the waveform on this is the instruction book. Not only do you have all these different waveforms to choose from and to mix when you're editing a sound, you've got these different points, peaks and drop-off points in your envelopes when you're editing a sound. Now instead of 4, they give you basically 8 different points to edit. From 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then of course the 7th from the top, and then the 8 is how you end. But basically, it's giving you way more editing time. Basically, it's giving you more to edit. It's giving you way more steps to edit. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On this one waveform right there, on your one edit, on this one envelope. So you're gonna do that for each and every sound about 6 times. You have a DCO1, you have the DC wave, you have DCA, which is your amplifier. You have that for one DCO, and then you have DCO2. You repeat it with the DC wave 2. You repeat it with the DC amplifier 2. You have a detune. You have different lines where you can add these together or do them separate. It depends on what kind of sound you want to make. Let's see if I can't make this bass a little crunchier. By the way, I love any keyboard that comes with original manuals, man. I'm a geek who loves to read. Let's see, let's go to the amplify range. Let's go to DCO2. Let's change this wave. Ooh. Less crunchy, more twangy. Let's go to the second wave. Ooh, a little bit more spacey. Change the range, the wave range. Change the amplify range. All right. Now that's the sound we've edited. You can hit this button, the compare recall button, that will bring you back to the original sound. Let's hear the original sound. The edited sound. Sounds more froggy, doesn't it? But what is really cool about this Keytar, of course, is that it's editable. You can change the sounds to make whatever kind of sound you want. It has its strapped pins on the side. You could wear this. I'm a big fan of these Keytars without necks on them. I'm calling them football player Keytars, or the football players of Keytars, because they're Keytars without necks. You're able to run around on stage with them. I do have an argument with the Behringer MS1 because you can run around on stage with it, but there's no battery supplies on it, man. You have to run around with an extension cord. I will probably do another video on that to tell you how much I love that idea. But what is really cool about this synthesizer is that, yeah, you can run around on stage with it. You can edit the sounds on it. What else can I tell you about it? The MIDI is on the back. You can have a cartridge if you want to save all your edited sounds. I do not have a cartridge. They're a little expensive on eBay. I will find one. If I find one for under like $100, I'm getting it. On the side is your output and your speakers. What else? I believe that switch, you hit that switch, it will turn off your Keytar automatically after 10 minutes just to save power, which is a really good idea. I believe this takes 6 D batteries. It'll give you about 5 hours of life. Pretty darn cool, dude. What I really dig about these Keytars without necks, if you are left-handed and you didn't want to play Keytars because you're left-handed, these would be perfect for that. Now, if I was left-handed and it was all about basses, playing bass lines, totally neckless Keytars. Let's see. Just to end on a happy note, I'm gonna play some drums and leave with the bass line. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy out there. Wear masks where you can. Think about others. Music heals. Synthesizers heal. Big hugs, happiness, health from Las Vegas. Have a good week. Be good to each other.